Yo, hey, what's up guys? Since it's way more efficient to go for trials in Chimera, I decided to dip in my toes a little bit more into trials team. I did one, I'm trying to get a little bit unconventional, I'm trying to make up a little bit more, and it depends if I do video about it, about you guys pressing that like button, how long you watch and stuff. It's kind of worth for me, because yeah, it is a lot of work that you have to put in teams like this, and this time I'm gonna just show you my team. Right now, I do know that is hyper specific and now not everybody can do exactly what I do right now. But this time also, I think it's kind of a showcase how good Marshallette is in her role to kind of give you the control for the ram form. So it's especially in my heart to make an old school champion work in here. And it actually is amazing how to use her. For every single Chimera ultimate form, the setup is always the same. I do some damage over time, and right before the boss is gonna transform, it's not auto. Actually, it's really not auto. So we got a manual right before the boss is gonna transform, a little bit early, so I know I have all my skills ready, and I can actually do the trials, you know, the thing that I wanted to do in this one. So the setup is always the same. Before I gonna go into the next form, I'm gonna just A1 spam and stuff like this. I'm not gonna show you all that, but yeah, you will see how good Marshall is on the ram form. I'm gonna skip a little bit because you know that form already. It's pretty easy. Yeah, nothing too much to talk about. And yes, there will be other setups that can kind of do the same. I just recently pulled Riho, and yeah, I kind of wanted to use her first, but I had already the same setup, just a kind of different champions. So what happened right now, we're gonna put in some debuffs first out there to get the reflect done on the ram form. Then we're gonna put out decreased speed, gonna revive our Riho, and we got the increased accuracy by having just a revive. This is super special on that champion, and it's super useful, to be honest. Riho is just really great. We're gonna glance up because we gotta do some sort of a setup right now. For example, right now I'm not gonna attack the boss really hard with my max HP hit because the True Fear is not out there yet, but that's gonna happen right now. I'm gonna put that out there. It's not live right now, so I recorded it. Obviously, there are fails. There are many fails that you sometimes wanted to do it over because something failed and then you just do it over. So right now, it's still the setup. We got one trial already because we got increased accuracy from Glycard. Also, a really good champion in here. Now we hit our max HP with everything set up right now. We got the perfect veil completely done because Glycard put up the perfect veil and all that. On the left side, we got the True Fear. Obviously, we put True Fear out there and then again. And then we hit him really hard. And in the middle one, the increased accuracy that we did pretty early because like the revive is also increased accuracy from Glycard. And in the middle one, of course, we just needed to hit really hard and stuff. That's what we did with our Nude, but also they need to be like decreased defense or weaken or something. Yeah. And yeah, we got 4 trials already. That's kind of nice. I really like that setup. I'm trying to go for more trials for the ram form and for the lion form because they're early and I want to get my, you know, there are sometimes fail runs and you want to kind of have it early then later and you just do the whole viper string and all that. It is kind of a little bit too late. If something goes wrong, I just don't want to do it again. And now right now we are setuping, we do our setup again where we actually need some debuffs and stuff. Wait, what do we need right now? Right now we need to max HP hit another time with our Nude. Get the True Fear out, obviously. And then we gotta hit really hard with our Marshall. But we need increased attack and all that. And since Marshall is a little bit hard to get the buffs out there, you are more likely to wait a little bit more until Glycard. Right now, yeah, right now puts up the increased attack pretty nicely. And he's ready again. We don't got the True Fear where we do. We're waiting a little bit because we don't have decreased defense and all that up. So that's what we're gonna do right now. No problem. And now should be the turn where she actually does her A3. I'm gonna check again everything. Yes, A3, right. Alright, so we did more than 750k right there. I made my Marshall a little bit more tanky and just getting over the threshold about damage. She's not there to do the damage. That's totally fine. But yeah, she needed to survive a little bit more than usual because she's so squishy. That was kind of ridiculous. And right there, I did my max HP hit. I sacrificed my Newt for that. It doesn't matter, but I got my trial done. And for... yeah, we can't do the dual one. I could think about the setup where, first of all, you don't go in with increased defense and all that, and then you just die, and you do all these trials, and later on maybe you put increased defense out there, and then you survive because you have enough tankiness. That could be a solution for that, but yeah, that's about the first thing. We did 7 trials about from 9. That's pretty nice, but we can get one more done there with the block debuffs later on, so see you in the next form. So, lion form, what can we actually do in here? We can get the middle row completely, on the left side the easy one, and on the right side the easy one. Not too many, but I'm pretty happy that I can actually do some of them. And yeah, so what we're gonna do right now is kind of revive. Try to get our leech out there and the debuffs and all of that, so we can get the left and the right trial row, the easy one, done. And yeah, we're waiting for that one. Give me a bit, so get the debuffs out there. I think Newt is gonna hit now really hard. Yes, get all these things up there. Alright, what we also are not able to do is the middle easy one. Wait, maybe I'm opening it right now. Yeah, the middle easy one is just doable by Marshall and all the others basically. Of course, Newt can do A once, but you cannot do the max HP hits, but we kind of got enough damage from Marshall, even if I built her a little bit more tanky than usual. That's totally fine, we can get that done. Who did I reset? Did I even reset anyone? Alright, so we can get our... I don't know why I did that, I think there's some thought behind it, but yeah. Alright. Now she's gonna hit. Like, I think I'm gonna just A3 because I don't want to lose my buffs and stuff. Alright. So I just came back right there and I had to check for something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, A3. Alright, we do some big damage. That was nice. Marshall, when you have a blessing for her, then it's better than mine. Oh, she can actually hit really nice. So we almost fulfilled that one. We just need to do a little bit more. Come on. I think we're gonna do it right here. Yes, alright, so we got 10 right now. And for the middle one, I can just use his max HP hit again. And that is pretty easy. And for the counter attack, we do actually have our Newt in there. I can put counter attack on himself. It is 1 million damage. It's not the hardest to do in the world. Yeah, and now we just kind of waiting for it. That we get our max HP hit ready from our Newt. Did I do A3 because of more damage? It doesn't matter, we do more damage. It's almost there, come on. Come on. Who did I reset? Did I reset Newt just for being safe? Come on. Sometimes I need to do decisions and it takes a little bit longer. But it's totally worth it. We got 11 trials already now. That's kind of nice. We can do some hard ones too. Also really nice. And yeah. For the last one, I think we just need to... Oh, now we need to counterattack, right? And that won't happen in this turn right now, like in this form. But we have another completely transformation about the boss, where he goes into that form again. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. We can still do some damage right now. Just hitting a little bit, yeah. And there's also another nice trick. When your Newt is probably the most defense in your team, you will get the Hunter's Gaze. And if you cleanse it off, the boss will attack you. And then you actually do a counter attack for free. That is a nice little trick when you need it sometimes. When you just need a little bit more damage, you know. So Marshall died, that's okay. I think, yeah, that's basically it for this thing, for this form right now. We gotta come back to it again. So see you in the Viper form. So Viper form, what can we actually do in here? Not too many. We don't have block active skills and we do not have poison sensitivity or even poisons in here. So there's not much we can do in here, but there are 2 trials that we can actually fulfill. Something with block debuffs, increase attack or something. On the right side, the easy and the middle one. And that is kind of the thing where maybe you have some ideas. Keep me up to date. What is actually like the insane stuff in here? Maybe not too many mythicals, that would be nice. And maybe also I'm searching for convenient teams where you're like, hey, this team can only do 12 trials, what is still a lot of trials, but it does it really nice. And maybe we can also find teams on auto. That would be the best of them all. I'm with you guys. I want to just press the button, don't want to do any manual, and I get 12, 13 trials done. That would be actually amazing. But now we can only do 2 trials. We do a little bit of a setup right there because for some reason, okay, not for some reason, we need block debuffs in our team right before the boss does his A2. I think I took a break right there. Okay, here we are back. And yeah, who did I reset? Am I even back there? Let me skip a little bit. It doesn't matter anyway. Let's skip right there. We put our decrease. There is not too much to talk about this form right now because it's just 2 trials and they just have block debuffs, have increase attack, and then you do your max HP hit. So that's gonna happen probably right now. Yes. There's the other one where we actually have to do it again, but I think that's clear. You guys are not dumb. You're really intelligent people. So right there we did our 13. I think whoever I hit with probably knew it, right? Did I? Oh, no. We need to do 1 single hit with that, and that has to be max HP hit. So there's where Marshall comes back again. Does quite nice damage. 1 million in a hit. Hey, that's actually really nice. It's just a little bit hard to make the buffs not gonna disappear on her because the extra turns and all that. It's kind of a downside where you maybe don't want to just use her as a damage dealer. You kind of need something like right next to her. But let's skip up to the Ram form again, where we do actually the last trial. So, Ram form again. He's gonna knock out our Lamasu this time. I actually don't know why that happened. Oh, I see right now because Riho still had increased crit damage. But that's okay. Like, I can actually afford to also let my Lamasu die because I actually let people die and all that. But yeah, what did I actually do right here? I think I put the debuffs out there. Hey, also, guys, I think there's not much to talk about. I got the True Fear from Marshall for 2 turns. This is so huge in here. You have so much freedom. You can just do whatever you want. Hit the boss really hard. And all that is just for free. I think I took a right break here. Hey, but we just need to put out the block debuffs right now. And I think you can trust me that at some point, I'm gonna skip a little bit forward. It took quite a while. Wait, let me go back because I think I pressed the button right after I actually got the trial right there. And yeah, there we go. The last trial about it. And it's quite nice. I like the Ram form now because it's quite easy when you use Marshall, you know. I know I can't use that every time, and I think Ram form is one of the trickiest. Not the most threatening. I think Lion is the most threatening. But the most complicated one is definitely the Ram form, and I'm pretty happy that I did a team that handles the Ram form pretty nicely. So let's go into the Lion where we do our last trial. Alright, we go into the Lion form. I already pressed the counter attack of my Newt because I can get a little bit of free damage right out there. It's not much because no debuffs and all of that, but hey, I take everything with me that I can actually do. And I just realized I did probably 2 counterattacks before we actually went out of the trial. So that's quite nice. So we don't have to do too many of them. Also, we got Lamasu in here where we just can use our reset on Newt that he can get his counterattack even more efficient out there. And again, there's the nice little trick that you can just cleanse off the Hunter's Gaze right now. And then you get attacked. And then you can counterattack. So that's how it works. And you get a free hit out of there. I think right now, do I lose the... No, I don't. No, I actually did. But I can get it up right there back. So that's quite nice. Let's do some damage. And afterwards, it's just damage. Every form is just, hey, I'm gonna do damage. And that's quite nice. Yeah, 14. And let me go for the 15. Come on. Nice. Is that it? Is it? No, oh, that's just a little bit. And now I did just the trick what I told you, just cleanse it off, you get attacked, and yeah, you are fine. I can use my max HP hit again, because also Nude is in Merciless, 9 piece in my case, and yeah, you it's quite nice for having your counter attack. You can manage it yourself. Which skill do you want more often, frequently back? You just don't use that skill, the other skill. Like when you want to use your max HP hit over and over, then you, yeah, just don't use the A2. If you want to get your counter attacks back more frequently, you just use the A2 and not the A3, and it's kind of how you manage it. But I talked over the moment where I did actually my 15. Alright, let's go back, and yeah, right there, yes, I cleansed the thingy off, he attacked me, I counter-attacked and did not that great of damage, because like no, well, so I don't know why the damage was so bad right now, but I got my last trial done. And from this point it's just, I'm gonna do damage, I'm gonna reset Nude as often as possible, do my max HP hits and all of these things. So let's skip just forward a little bit more. How's the damage gonna go up from this point now on? Because right now I'm just focusing on damage anymore. The rest doesn't matter to me anymore. So, alright. Damage going up. Oh, wait. Right there. Almost 200 million. Yeah, that's not too great, to be honest. Like, when I use a Titus team, this is just nothing. But we got some trials done. We got 15 done. We can get all those juicy things. And yeah, week for week, the trial order will change anyway, where you get all the juicy things. Sometimes this is the best thing you can do, probably, to get your basalt and a couple of mythical pieces. And also, I'm gonna do this run again on Ultra Nightmare, and I get this double. And yeah, that's how you do trials, I guess. Let me know if you have something better. We're gonna jump into the gear sets and everything. Alright, Nude, 9 piece, Merciless, got some pretty nice stats. For the Relic, the bird is amazing because you can get extra turns for having a skill on cooldown. If you have 9 piece Merciless, you can get that skill probably back more often than you ever thought. Because you're gonna use your A3, then you're gonna use your A1s to get your A3s more frequently back, and this one also will count for the extra turns and all of that, so totally recommended. It's not needed, don't get me wrong, but it's totally recommended. And this is my account, I want to get my trials done, so I'm gonna do some good stuff. And yeah, alright, that was about... We got 9 piece Feral, because I need more damage for my Shalt and all of these. If I would not have just a low blessing on my Mashalt, then I probably would go a little bit, yeah, probably Reflex and Merciless or something. It's just, or like probably Reflex and Impulse. But yeah, let me go quickly over the stats again because I kind of lost track. Yo, those are the stats. No life arena bonuses, no nothing. About the Relic, we put the book on her because we can also, yeah, it's just amazing for the turn meter boost. Blessing, she got a Brimstone, and those are the masteries. For Riho, we got actually 9 piece Feral. It's amazing, it's such a big damage booster, and just Riho in Feral is just a must do. We got, wait, let me go back because I kind of just recorded it and I was a little bit too fast. Those are the stats, really good. The Relic is just there to give her more accuracy. About Blessing, she also has a Brimstone. I don't have too many Blessings on her, so it's, yeah, not much to take, let's say it like this. And Masteries are like this. Let's go to Glycard. He is in a protection set. Yes, he's such a great damage booster, and you also want to put him in protection. And yeah, and you also need some stats, of course, like that's what player you want you to have, and you gotta do those. I got this one on him, on the Relic, because sometimes if he dies, my run is totally over. If he doesn't, it's not. So I put that on him. I put some good gemstones on him. It actually like gets all the damage down. I just want him to survive. That's all I wanted from him. Yeah, and so, yeah, the Blessing, I have resistance on him, so that wouldn't matter too much. And about the resistance accuracy check, it's a little bit lower because Lamasu is in the team and she's gonna decrease all of that. So Marshall is just in a damage set, but also keep in mind, you want to have HP, you want to have some defense. If you have a better blessing, then you can actually do like better damage even without the like crazy stats and stuff, like crushing rent or something. Put it on and you do some fantastic damage. So, but you also need some survivability. This champion is just dying over and over. She's just there to die. We got the crown on her. It's just a nice damage booster with some gems in there. That also kind of negates a little bit of damage because, well, she dies so often. So I was kind of like, yeah, it's a mix of damage and increasing of your damage, like damage negation and increasing your damage. For the blessing, I got Nature's Wrath and those other stats for my Schalt. And finally, I'm gonna do a little bit more trials. I kind of think that they're kind of nice, and also the rewards are so much better that I want to do that myself a little bit more. Even sometimes it is really tricky and it's kind of annoying when you get the resistance and all of that. But also I'm trying to make it as convenient for people as possible. And this team kind of was really nice to handle the ram form. The lion form, you had some great 5 trials. And also a couple of hard trial rows where you get to the hard one and you get your mythical materials. So yeah, this one I really do like. And I hope we can find a little bit more teams that are looking kind of weird but doing the job fantastic, because they just do whatever you're supposed to do. And together we just have a great time, and just let's do trials, guys. Trials is the most important thing in there. That what's it called? The clash thing. It's just not even existing. This is so trash, of course. The mythical gems is the only one, but god damn it, it feels so much better to get mythical materials and all these basalts and all that just on a weekly basis. But yeah, that will be it. Make sure to press that like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.